Hallelujah! Finally, the subway in São Paulo has decided to install turnstiles that will take both credit and debit cards to pay the fare. And we're going to discuss this after the intro, so I'll be right back. Hello guys, how are you all doing? Guys, I just can't believe the people who work in the management of the subway has finally decided to install turnstiles that will take both the credit and debit cards to pay for the fare. So if you're a tourist, if you're visiting the city, just like it happens in Rio, when you go to Rio and you take the subway there, you just approach your card, the tapping system, and you can pay for the fare. The turnstiles will open automatically and you go without having to take lines, to have a headache to find the right app and download and use that specific transportation, which I always thought it was obvious and it should have done in São Paulo a long time ago. Unfortunately, people here, it's such a big city, but people are kind of slow for this kind of things. But the breaking news came today, and I'm going to read for you here a little bit of it, so we're going to discuss about it. So the subway in São Paulo starts to accept both the credit and debit cards on the turnstiles. The payment will be available only with the physical card on the blue and red line so far. So the blue line is the number 1 line and the red line is the number 3 line, okay? So throughout the month of December, the technology will be extended for the lines, for the green and the silver lines. The green line is the line number 2 and the silver line is the 15, which is the monorail, okay? In the east side. Guys, this is something that always pissed me off. I have talked to many of you here and I expressed my disappointment to this subway here in São Paulo, because how come such a big city, so many interesting things to do here, and foreigners and visitors had a hard time to pay for their fares? So they didn't know if they had to download an app, and I made a video explaining how to download an app, but apparently you need a CPF number, so it was hell. Finally, the people in São Paulo have woken up and decided to install turnstiles with the tapping system of the credit card and the debit cards. Let me read that for you. Passengers of the subway can pay directly on the turnstiles with their physical cards of debt and credit. I'm translating automatically, so if it doesn't sound natural, I'm sorry, but I'm translating from Portuguese. So throughout the month of December, the technology will be extended to the green and the silver lines, number 2 and number 15 lines respectively. According to the subway, the project will last initially the period of 6 months with the possibility of extension. The objective is to evaluate the acceptance on the public's behalf in the flux of these stations and the adjustments that will be necessary for a definite implementation. How is it going to work? Every station will have at least one exclusive turnstile for the payment through tapping, and they will be signalized. So you guys will come to the station and you'll see there will be all the information where you can use your card to pass. In this initial phase, guys, only physical cards that are already using the tapping system, be that MasterCard, Visa, and Elo, will be accepted. Elo is a brand here from Brazil. I don't think it's international. It's not possible to use virtual cards on cell phones, smartwatches, and other devices. So may this be very clear. Physical cards only. If you have a physical card, just approach it to the turnstile and you'll be able to pay for your fare. I'm very excited. I'm just telling you this here in the studio, but I'm going to go to a station. I'm going to take one pretty close to my house here, and I'm going to try the system. Of course, I'm going to show you right here on the channel, okay? During the period of tests, the usage is limited. The passenger will be able to pay 2 fares with a distance of a minute between them, and after that they will only be able to use it 30 minutes later. So there is this distance between the purchases of the fares, okay? The rule can be adjusted throughout the project. The system doesn't allow integration with the bus. Users that need this benefit must continue using the bilhete único, which is a card Brazilians use, or the top system. In stations with the biggest flux, the workers will be available to guide the passengers through the usage. So where exactly is this technology implemented already? Guys, as I said, the blue line, number 1, the stations Tucuruvi, Parada Inglesa, Jardim São Paulo, Ayrton Senna, Santana, Carandiru, Portuguesa Tietê, Armênia, Tiradentes, Luz, São Bento, Liberdade, São Joaquim, Vergueiro, Paraíso, Ana Rosa, Vila Mariana, Santa Cruz, Praça da Árvore, Saúde, São Judas, Conceição. Not Jabaquara, I can see here, because Jabaquara is the last one of this line, probably because of the flux. The influx is too high, so probably they are just going to test on these ones. The red line, the stations, Palmeiras, Barra Funda, Marechal Deodoro, Santa Cecília, República, Anhangabaú, Sé, Pedro II, Brás, Bresser, Moca, Tatuapé, Carrão, Açaí, Atacadista, Penha, Lojas Besni, Vila Matilde, Guilhermina Esperança, Patriarca, Vila Ré, Arthur Alvim, Corinthians, Itaquera. So all of these stations are being covered. Throughout the month, we're going to have the green line, as I said, the stations Vila Madalena, Sumaré, Clínicas, Brigadeiro, Chácara Clabim, Santos Imigrantes, Alto do Ipiranga, Sacomã, Tamanduateí e Vila Prudente. And linha 15 Silver, São Lucas, Camilo Haddad, Vila Tolstói, Vila União, Jardim Planalto, Sapopemba, Fazenda da Juta, São Mateus, Jardim Colonial. Well, finally, I took my family for a trip to Rio, and I was baffled to see Rio had these turnstile systems with the tapping, with the cards, right, that you could pay in debt or credit, and we didn't have that in São Paulo. So I saw how well prepared Rio is to serve the tourists, but São Paulo is not. So apparently things are starting to change, and of course any modifications to this, I'm going to be here and let you know. So you need to be subscribed. So check if you have subscribed to the channel. In case you haven't, please do it. Subscribe to the channel. Also smash the like button, because you're going to be helping so much. Okay, every time there is some extra news, some breaking news, I'm going to come here in this show called Brazilian Subtitled News, and you're going to know firsthand. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Bye bye, guys.